Lima, Peru, a city laced in antiquity and history, is front and center tonight for a historic evening. The third annual Copa Combate, 8 men, 6 countries, 1 trophy, $100,000, and a title shot to the winner. We are here at the Coliseo Manuel Bonilla. The appetite for mixed martial arts and Combate Americas is thick in South America and certainly in Lima, where they will get a lot of home cooking. They hope it goes their way. Thrilled to be joining with you again once alongside Campbell McLaren, the man in charge, the Venezuelan vixen Juliana Peña. I am Max Bredos, and Campbell, you've done it. This is the biggest Copa, and for the first time after stints in Mexico and in the United States, it's in South America.
South America, the first time for the Copa. And the Copa is so important to Combate Americas because it represents the national pride and the Hispanic pride, Hispanic fighting tradition that we celebrate at Combate. So what you're going to see tonight is arguably the best lightweights in the world, representing their home countries, showing the proud tradition of Hispanic mixed martial arts and combat sports. And I'm just dying to see this one because there's so many of these fights that are just fantastic matchups, fantastic competitors. And again, there's a lot of money on the line. Right?
100 grand.
100 grand. And the chance to say, I came in and did it for my country. I did it to show that combat sports wouldn't be anywhere without the Hispanic power.
Yeah, you will see the excitement. Peru's looking for their first win in the Copa Combate, as are a lot of other countries. But I said this is the biggest Copa, Juliana, because in addition to everything, the winner gets a shot at the lightweight champion, Rafa Garcia, who is at the stadium waiting to see who his next opponent will be.
That's correct, Max. Not only is this their chance to win $100,000, a chance that is going to change their life, but it's also a great opportunity for them to fight for that Copa Combate lightweight belt and be the champion and dethrone our undefeated Rafa Garcia.
All right, there is 8 men. We don't know what to expect. That is what we have learned from the previous 2 years, so you have to tune in. According to the odds makers, Humberto Bandanai is the front runner, but there's a lot of guys here, Campbell, that we are familiar with, like Ghost Pepper, a lot of guys we're unfamiliar with, which makes them very dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I would tell you who I think is going to do it, but I'm always wrong. So I'm just going to save everybody time and say, particularly with, a tournament that you have to win 3 fights in one night, right? So it shows off toughness. It shows off endurance. It shows off, corazon, right? The power of the heart and the spirit. But we got some great competitors tonight, and we should get this started.
Yeah, exactly. And Juliana, a great night for Peru. They have 2 shots to get their first Copa win, 2 shots to get their first Copa winner.
Right. Copa Combate is looking for that Hispanic pride. They're looking for that country pride, and Peru has the opportunity to win this Copa Combate and take that trophy, as you can see, right back to Peru, and that will be the first one for Peru. So, they got a good shot. They got 2 guys in the tournament.
All right, it's going to be a fun ride, and you're at the right place. Don't go anywhere. In addition to all the Copa matchups, we have some feature fights, I should say, including our featured women's fight.
Soy debutante en combate igual que ella y me parece que lo importante no es cómo ella se veía, sino lo que yo quería proyectar.
Bueno, mi fortaleza es el corazón que le pongo a la pelea.
Lo que he investigado es que es una chica con buen striking y también tiene buen jiu-jitsu.
Bueno, he estado averiguando sobre ella y es más, tiene más piso, más jiu-jitsu, ¿no? Pero el trabajo que vengo haciendo es completo, así que sea quien sea, voy a traer esa victoria.
Estoy feliz, estoy orgullosa de ser la primera colombiana en Combate Américas y estoy segura que si estoy aquí es porque soy la mejor. Entonces voy a mostrarles por qué estoy acá.
En realidad para mí llevar la bandera en mis manos, en mi espalda y representar a mi país es lo máximo en realidad.
You can see, representing their country, a major detail in what these 2 ladies and everyone will be looking forward to tonight. It is an atomweight 3-round clash. Sandra Lavado, the Peruvian zombie, Lina Franco Rodriguez in this featured women's fight. Let us take you to all the action. Jeremiah Gallegos inside La Jaula.
Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, entrando la jaula, Lina Franco Rodriguez.
Juliana Lina Franco Rodriguez coming to the Jaula here at the Coliseo Manuel Bonilla, a arena with a lot of history. And she is no doubt Fuertucci, as we like to say. Did not make weight, which means she loses 20% of her purse, but knows she is the road team here tonight against the Peruvian Zombie.
That's right. She's a personal trainer. She's a coach at her gym. She started practicing capoeira, and then she found Taekwondo. Shortly after that, she met her MMA teacher who invited her to train, and she's been doing MMA for the past 4 years. She's got a degree in physical activity, and she's been studying environmental engineering as well. So she's a busy gal.
A lot on her plate.
A lot on her plate.
4-2 professional record, making her Combate debut. Has not fought since she beat Gloria Bravo.
Who has fought for us before in the past.
Has fought,
yep.
That was back in May of this year. So a little more than you would like to have as a layoff, but nothing out of the ordinary, around 6 months plus.
She's a champion in Sambo and Jiu-Jitsu, and she's a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well.
Well, we were there with Combate Stockton. We saw Javier Reyes win for Colombia, and now Colombia, who has 2 fighters on the docket tonight, look to keep that momentum going.
And I love to start the night off with a girl fight.
Yeah?
I like to end it with a girl fight too.
Rival, Sandra, Peruvian Zombie, Lavado.
Last time we saw Sandra Lavado, she lost to Carla Sandri, but prior to that was close to unstoppable. A lot of these fighters picking up their win totals within Peru or South America, a 7-2 record with 4 submissions, nothing to sneeze at. She is also making her Combate Americas debut tonight and doing it in no better place at home in Lima.
25 years old and also a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She is the #2 ranked pound-for-pound fighter in Peru. She is the #10 ranked pound-for-pound fighter in Latin America. She started doing judo when she was 18 as a hobby. And then in 2018, she started training with PBT team in Rio de Janeiro. She met former champion Jessica Andrade. She's been training ever since. She likes photography. She's fluent in both Spanish and Portuguese. And she likes to spend time with her family and her 2 dogs. She's a dog mom.
Oh, good. Peru on the Pacific coast of South America, not far from Brazil, so Portuguese could come in
Damas y
handy.
caballeros, esta es Combate Américas. Nuestro próxima atracción, 3 vueltas en la división de peso baja. Ladies and gentlemen, our next attraction is for 3 rounds in the straw weight division. The 3 judges at cage side are, los 3 jueces son Frank Holfish, Vinny Chappelle, and Blake Grice. Introducing to you first, out of the blue corner, primero en la esquina azul. She weighed in at 119.1 pounds, con un peso 119.1 libras. Ella viene a la jaula con un récord con. She comes into the jaula with a record with 4 victories, 4 victorias y 2 derrotas, 2 defeats. Damas y caballeros, de Bogotá, Colombia, Lina Franco Rodriguez. And her rival in the red corner, su rival en la esquina roja. Her official weight, 116 pounds. Su peso oficial, 116 libras. Her record consists of 7 victories. Tiene un récord de 7 victorias. 7 victories, 2 defeats, 2 derrotas. Desde aquí, Lima, Perú, Sandra Peruvian Zombie Lavado. And our referee in charge of the action, el referee Héctor Molina.
Peleadoras al centro, peleadoras al centro. Al centro, peleadoras. Al centro, al centro, al centro. Damas, obedecen mis instrucciones en todo momento y se protegen en todo momento. Cuando digo stop, dejen de pelear, pero no dejen de protegerse hasta que yo los separe, ¿bien? Chonque, guante, suelta los dos.
You can see the 5-inch height advantage for the Peruvian Zombie, and the nickname Zombie used by other fighters, which will signify that she will walk through punches. I said earlier it was an atomweight fight. It is in the strawweight division, a big opportunity under the bright lights here in the final card of the year for Combate Americas at the Copa Combate. Rodriguez, Lavado, ready to get our evening started here on DAZN. Looking to set that early marker. Lavado in red. Let Rodriguez take the center of the jaula and started to counter.
Lavado with nice, crisp punches, already with the takedown defense. Got clocked there. Whew. She's definitely the taller party. She's got some underhooks, that's good.
Underhooks, the big knee. This is where she wanted to be, in close quarters, knowing Lavado's good striking game. Lavado saying, it's my time to shine. I'm going to give it my all. I want the fight to end quickly, and I feel I have heavy hands. You can see those hands earlier. How heavy they are, we shall see as it goes to the ground.
It was double overhooks. Lavado was going for a body lock takedown. Rodriguez showed her strength with those double overhooks, was able to reverse her, and now she's sitting in half guard.
Lavado saying about her opponent, she knows she's explosive, and so far explosive, she takes it. Looking to clear the guard.
And Lavado was very confident that she's done enough to train for this fight and has done everything in her power to win this fight. She's trained enough to win, and she was very confident to be the winner tonight, coming from Peru. So let's see if she can improve her position here on the ground.
Second occasion for Combate Americas in Lima, really the first time this city has been able to host a major mixed martial arts event. Third Copa Combate 2017. It was in Cancun, won by Levi Marroquin. 2018 in Fresno, won by Bullet Quintana. 2019, we'll find out later tonight. But everyone loves a tournament Grand Prix style with a big prize money and much more that comes with it, including a trophy and a title shot. Punches to the midsection as Rodriguez moving up the ladder here. Still hanging onto that leg is Lavado.
Rodriguez trying to get her hands free so that she can punch. She's going to the body, trying to free that leg, trying to get into side control. Lavado holding onto the head, which is not necessarily the wisest thing to do. If I were her, I would go for an underhook because half of her body's already outside that door.
Lavado, one of 5 Peruvian fighters which will be showcased here tonight. And that's a great accomplishment, but how does the night go? Do they go 5-0? Do they go 0-5? Do they go somewhere in the middle? No minor detail as the mount is cleared there, and now a chance for Rodriguez to unfurl.
Nicely done by Rodriguez to get the full mount. Lavado is trying desperately to get out of it. Using her length and her flexibility, trying to get out of mount. She needs to stay calm here.
She's taken them out, but hasn't done much with it in the form of punishment. Lavado blocking most of the punches.
Definitely, she's got to fight those legs off if she wants to keep this mounted position, or else she risks Lavado sneaking out the back door, and she's almost out.
What can she do here to keep that mounted, or is it lost?
It is lost. If you can see Lavado sneaking out right underneath her bottom there, and now she's going to be trying to go for some sort of knee bar leg lock, some sort of attempt to improve her position. She's already out. She's doing a good job.
And Rodriguez has to be leery here because she could find herself on the low ground really quickly.
Well, yeah, she lost her chance at finishing the fight there in mount. I think that she wasn't fighting the legs soon enough and gave Lavado the opportunity to sneak out of that mount. Nice.
Hear the crowd at the Coliseo Manuel Bonilla. It's becoming a very sophisticated, educated Peruvian fan base. And they know what's going on as Lavado continues to get through. And now, although she has not gotten the high ground, able to get out of the mount and get back to her feet. And now she can swing for the fences, which is her comfort zone. Although a guillotine attempt.
Rodriguez going for that guillotine, pulling guard on it. Lavado's going to pop her head right out.
Not yet.
She needs the shoulder pressure.
Uncomfortable stuff. This is good from Rodriguez, who at the very least looking to win this round.
Nice.
Out.
LAVADO pops her head out. She's got the top position. She can't lose it. Looks like she was trying to go for a leg lock, but now she's back into the guard. The guard is open for Rodriguez. Now it's closed. Let's see what LAVADO's top game looks like. The Peruvian zombie looking to improve and steal the round with less than 20 seconds left in the first.
Plenty of time to do some damage. Talked about those heavy hands.
Woo!
The crowd responds. And now LAVADO doing some damage into the guard.
Big strikes for LAVADO on top.
Boom.
Big strikes. This could turn the round around.
Armbar attempt. Nope. End of the first round. It'll be an interesting round to score. Although LAVADO clearly the aggressor, even though on the ground, fighting through that position to get back on her feet. Hard to say, Juliana, when you see this, because even what would appear a successful ground game doesn't always lead to impressing the judges here at Combate Americas. Whether it's different than other promotions, it's just the facts. It's what we've seen when we cover fights here.
And they always say don't leave it in the hands of the judges because they're going to make you cry, and they do in certain instances. You really have to steal the round or be very convincing if you want the judges to take your side, because we've seen it go either way. I mean, we've literally seen the guy get beaten to death and he still gets his hand raised at the end.
Or
of the
the girl. The argument continues from Tito versus Alberto, the co-main event, Super Meli Martinez and Dirty Dez.
Definitely, that was a weird one. Here we go, Rodriguez going for the guillotine. She's got it trapped. She pulls guard on it.
Just couldn't get it clean.
And LAVADO gets out of that guillotine, pops her head out, and lets it rain down with heavy punches.
Some of those got through.
Yep. And she did a really nice job of staying calm when she got mounted. Usually that's a fight ender. She did a good job of getting out of that. And you can see the swelling and the little mouse underneath the right eye of Rodriguez.
And that's without LAVADO really getting to work. She's going to look to change that in round two. Sneaky left hand gets through. The right hand follows up, and now the contact's being made. LAVADO avoiding the counter, avoiding going back to the ground.
LAVADO with a nice straight left right on the chin. Again, she's got a nice long jab, nice stick poking it right in the eye of Rodriguez.
Good boxing skills here from LAVADO.
Yeah, she's got great movement. A nice 1-2.
And power.
Oh, that left hook clipped her right on the chin of Rodriguez.
LAVADO versus Franco. This is also Peru versus Colombia. Colombia just to the north of Peru, on the western tip of South America.
And Rodriguez, the first Colombian fighter in Combate, looking to make a statement and show Combate who the female Colombian fighters are here tonight. Trying to get this win. But she meets LAVADO, and LAVADO is tall. She's not going away.
Chance of zombie emanating here from the Manuel Bonilla. Peru's got a rich history, although a torturous one in the world of football, soccer.
And if you notice the movement of LAVADO, she's everywhere. She's left, she's right, she's up, she's back, she's down. Rodriguez seems kind of content to just stand right in front of her, and that's definitely not what you want to do, especially against the longer fighter who's picking you apart from the outside. You gotta implement your game plan. You gotta come first, and those one strikes at a time from super far away are not going to help you in this instance.
And Rodriguez well out of range, and she cannot close it all of a sudden. LAVADO making sure of that.
And LAVADO seems to know her range. She seems to have her range down.
LAVADO comfortable here in round two. 3 minutes to go. A first round that's pretty close to call. Rodriguez had the fight on the ground for the majority of that first. It's remained on the feet here in round two. Big left from LAVADO, follows up again. And Rodriguez looks a little bit hurt, a little worse for wear.
LAVADO is picking her apart. She's almost taunting her a bit.
You pointed out the movement's great. The head movement, the feet, the hands, very hard to locate her if you're the opponent.
Yeah, I see Rodriguez just kind of throwing one strike at a time from real far away, kind of punching in the air. It's not close to landing.
Yeah, and everything about her looks heavy now. The fists, the legs.
Definitely. Yeah, she looks tired. And Lavado, she's still got tons of energy. She's still bouncing around.
Lavado looking fresh as a daisy, or as they would say in Peru, fresh as a jazmine. Another good left. Good with both hands here. It's not really a jab. It's a power punch with that left.
It's a 3-2 or a 2-3. Those are the knockout punches.
Looking for that, looking to improve to 8-2. The Peruvian Zombie, no KOs or TKOs, which is odd because it looks like she has the power to win that way.
Lavado being real patient. She's deciding when she wants to pick her shots and when they're going to sneak through, and for the majority, they are. Here comes another left hook and a right hand, and then a right hand and a left hook.
And Rodriguez
Big,
is a
huge
stationary
overhand.
target right now.
Going for a takedown, but stuffed by a brick wall that is the Peruvian Zombie. Now she's got underhooks. Lavado with the head position, pinning Rodriguez up against the fence.
Right into Lavado's corner, and they gave her the gesture to push back to the center of the cage.
And there's bleeding coming from the nose of Rodriguez. Lavado needs to clasp her hands together, get this takedown. This isn't a resting position.
Blood of Rodriguez on her and the shoulder of Lavado as they get caught up, and it's going to be separated here by Hector Molina. Seen enough there.
All right, Rodriguez is gassed. She's holding her hands on her hips. She is super tired. Now she's got blood dripping from her nose pretty heavily, and Lavado just sees that as just a big, huge target. Ooh!
Talked about not making the weight, Rodriguez, so the fatigue, the cardio not there to the end of the second round, and what to expect in round 3 with a Lavado who looks very fresh.
And Rodriguez, like we said, she didn't make weight. She missed weight. 20% of that purse will go to Lavado, and she's just getting picked apart.
Turtling up.
And you can turtle up, but those punches are still going to sneak through.
Yep, coming in from the side door, the back door. And Rodriguez taking a beating in that second round. And has to come up with a new strategy. We talk about being the personal trainer, the time at the gym, and it's etched on her face. What can I do here in this round?
She's a personal trainer and looks like she definitely lifts a lot. But what can that do for you inside La Jaula? You know, sometimes being, you know, super jacked can work against you.
Yeah, and she is. Super jacked.
Super jacked. Fortucci.
Fortucci. Let's take a look at this. Those long range.
Yes.
Finding the sweet spot.
Big, lengthy fighter, heavy punches. That overhand right sneaks in right on the chin. It's a left hook and a right hand and a right hook and a straight right and a left hook. There it is. That's all you need, a 2-3 and a 3-2. Those are the knockout punches, and they're definitely sneaking through. Big, huge left hook that clocks Rodriguez right on the chin.
A lot of punches from Lavado. Almost to the point where you could consider a 10-8 round. We shall see. But there you see, locked in, no heavy breathing. Looks like the fight just started. You would think it did, except for the blood of Rodriguez on her shoulders. Round 3, final round. A reminder, the quarterfinals of the Copa Combate coming up shortly. They are all going to be 1 round, 5 minutes long. Winners move to the semis. Semis, 3 rounds, 3 minutes each. The final will be the same there. It's going to be an incredible evening. And we look forward to seeing who is there at the end with their arm raised. First things first, Lavado and Franco wrap up their fight. Big miss there on the kick. What do you think Rodriguez is looking to do? I mean, what worked in the first round, is that still on the table here, potentially?
She got her taken down, but it was because of Lavado's mistake, and she used her strength, which worked in the favor of Rodriguez. But she was on top for a good portion of the first round. She can take her down, and I would definitely try to do that because she's getting picked apart. Her face is getting all beat up, and she's not doing herself any favor standing on the outside range of Lavado. She needs to close the distance, take her down, and work that ground and pound. Try to get back into that mount position.
Here at Combate Americas, glad you could join us. We celebrate Hispanic culture, the progress of Hispanic sports, the proud days of boxing that are now moving towards mixed martial arts, specifically Combate Americas, giving fighters from Peru or Colombia or the border towns that opportunity to showcase their skills, opportunities that are not coming elsewhere. Right here at Combate Americas.
Absolutely. Combate is always doing a good job of giving that opportunity to those Hispanic fighters that otherwise sometimes might not get those opportunities that other fighters do get. So.
What an opportunity for these 8 fighters.
Yeah.
Many of them, you know, they don't come in with
nice jab,
an unbeaten record like a Rafa Garcia. These are fighters that along the way have taken some hits, but here it is, clean slate, all very talented, and a chance, 3 wins to become $100,000 richer, and more importantly, a date in 2020 with Rafa Garcia.
A chance to change your life. LAVADO looking to change her own life, looking to make a statement in her Combate Americas debut. She's still cruising in this fight, doing a great job picking apart her opponent. Rodriguez really needing to mix it up. There you go, she's getting faster. There you go, stop this girl. Stop her dead in her tracks.
Better by Rodriguez. She is not a punching bag as she was in the second round. LAVADO slowing down, but still finding her spots.
Rodriguez just seems to pillar up, trying to block these punches, but they're still getting through from LAVADO. Rodriguez really needs to decide whether she wants to keep standing on the outside or if she wants to do something to change her future. And hopefully she does it within 2 minutes because time is running out.
2 minutes to go, final round. LAVADO now evading any complications, takes out that lead leg. Fighting from distance, maybe feeling she's done enough. Certainly did in the second round, time will tell.
Well, and she's a little concerned with the blood dripping from her face. I've seen her wipe her face a few times, picking her apart with a flurry of punches. LAVADO doing a great job of just ones, twos, uppercuts, everything. Left hooks, right hooks.
Mentioned her strong boxing, and it's illustrated for everyone to see here. First fight tonight on DAZN, part of the Copa Combate from Lima, Peru. Te amo, Peru.
Ooh, going to the body, going to the head, nice straight jab. Popped her head back like a Pez dispenser. Nicely done by the Peruvian zombie. Looking to get a win here in her hometown on home territory in Peru. She's well on her way.
Nobody has the terminology of a Juliana Peña. The Pez dispenser will make its first appearance, but it's a perfect analogy. It's what it looks like. Get a little piece of candy, go on your merry way.
Oh, this girl, she's too distracted with everything that's coming, leaking from her face.
Yeah, she's in a bad spot. But she should make the end of this fight.
Oh, you know, and
jab.
she is such the smaller party.
5-inch disadvantage.
This is where you got to take a page out of Mike Tyson's book and bob and weave and get your way in there. You got to get in. You got to close the distance. And if you're the shorter party, you got to find a way inside to get these hooks going on these longer, rangier, taller fighters. That's the only way you're going to get a shot landed on these taller fighters.
Just a 2-inch reach advantage for LAVADO. Seems like a lot more. She has kept her distance, and she is unloaded on Rodriguez.
I see why they call her the Peruvian zombie. She's walking forward, walking her opponent down the entire fight. And she looked like a zombie out there, just all forward, charge, straight ahead.
She had to get through some adversity, pardon me, in that first round as Rodriguez took the fight to the ground, but that would never happen again. And Rodriguez just a glutton for punishment in rounds 2, to a lesser degree in round 3, and it's etched on her face. There is LAVADO, who looks to get Peru off to a winning start, a night they hope sees all 5 fighters find success and one of their 2 fighters lift the Copa by night's end.
That's got to be a great feeling. You open up the card with the girl fight, my personal favorite, and then you demolish your opponent and you got the win for Peru. It sets the night up great for the rest of the Peruvian fighters on the card, which we have 2. And it's always nice to get a win in your hometown.
In this strawweight division, which now has a championship attached to it. Combate Americas, currently on the waist of Super Meli.
Left hook and a right hand for the Peruvian zombie. That was the fight of the night, or the
nice feint.
The move of the night, I should say. That left hook was sneaking in there every time. Even though she'd pillar up, she was still getting it. Ooh, and that head kick just barely whizzed by the Peruvian zombie's face. Nice jab. Boom. Popped her head back like a Pez dispenser. That was the one.
That's the Pez dispenser.
Yeah, right there. Boom.
Used to collect Pez dispensers?
I still do, Max.
I lived in Connecticut sometime. The Pez factory, Southern Connecticut.
You're
If
kidding.
you're ever in that part of the world, go pay a visit.
Nice.
All right, so we await the official decision inside the jaula. We'll go to Jeremiah Gallegos for that. And our night is off and running here in Lima.
Damas y caballeros, un aplauso, por favor. Después de 3 vueltas, vamos a la decisión de los jueces. Juez C y juez A lo tienen 29-28 y juez B 30-27. Y su ganador por decisión unánime de Lima, Perú, SANDRA, Peruvian Zombie, LAVADO. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue the action here from Lima, Perú. Damas y caballeros, seguimos la acción. 3 vueltas con un peso pactado. 139 libras, a catch weight of 139 pounds. Our 3 judges, los 3 jueces, Brent Corbage, Vinny Chappelle, and Blake Grice, and our referee in charge of the action, Hector Molina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, presentando primero en la esquina azul. He weighed in at 139 pounds con un peso 139 libras. Esta noche viene con un récord perfecto, with a perfect record. 5 victories, 5 victorias, sin derrotas, no defeats. Damas y caballeros de Lima, Perú, el invicto, Kevin, el Gallo Negro, Borjas. Y su rival en la esquina roja, presentando our fighter in the red corner. He comes in weighing in at 137 pounds. Su peso oficial, 137 libras. His record, tiene un récord. 13 victorias, 13 victories, 6 defeats, 6 derrotas. También representando Lima, Perú, damas y caballeros, RENZO Hernández Mendez. And our referee to give the final instructions, once again, Hector Molina.
Hector Molina, third inside the jaula.
Caballeros, obedecen mis instrucciones en todo momento y se protegen en todo momento. Cuando digo stop, dejen de pelear, pero no dejen de protegerse hasta que los separe, ¿bien? Choquen guantes, suelta los dos.
All right, let's go to the tail of the tape. Cara a cara. Renzo Mendez is a fighter, El Nene, we saw before. Beat Andres Ayala the last time we were in Lima, Peru, and he is got a great record. Kevin Borjas, we don't know anything. He's 5-0 in his career. Those fights have all occurred in Peru. Sure, he doesn't fight the talent that we're accustomed to at Combate Americas, but if you're 5-0 in any promotion, you're doing something right.
He's definitely doing something right. His last fight was a win by a flying knee that finished in 5 seconds, and that's like a record tie with the baddest mother effer, Jorge Masvidal, who joined us for our pay-per-view fight in McAllen, Texas a couple weeks ago.
I saw him. He was in New York. He was at the Stock Exchange today. He was making his rounds throughout, and all the best to Gamebred fighter who was tremendous with us. Had a great evening with him. Look forward to seeing him very soon.
Ooh, Borjas with the head kick, and Mendez in the southpaw position.
Both with identical shorts.
Yeah.
So I can tell you it is Borjas, his back to us.
Borjas has a tattoo over his right shoulder, and Mendez has one on his left. So it looks like we're looking at mirror images of each other.
Borjas is good. Great big hit, and Mendez is down, and Borjas looking for 6-0.
Looking at flurry of finish. Borjas, he's not messing around.
Mendez fighting for his life here.
Mendez trying to hold on to the gloves. He needs to kick him off.
Peru versus Peru, and it is nasty in there. Borjas finding space everywhere.
Nice.
Everything getting through.
Nice. Ooh!
Uh-oh, armbar.
He's gonna suck up a triangle, but he gets out. Nicely done by Borjas.
Borjas continues to fire down with aplomb. Puro negocio. Look at that, through the legs, finding the target. Precision punching from El Gallo Negro.
Borjas is raining down some heavy shots. All Mendez can do is cover up. He needs to get out of that position, kick him off you. Give up your back and stand back up as fast as you can. You got to do something. You cannot sit there.
Mendez in the fight with Ayala, we saw it. He was in some predicaments, but he found his way out before putting a nasty cut on Ayala, and he would not come out for the third round as a result.
Beautiful job of flanking out, getting back to his guard. Mendez, he stays alive. He did the right thing. Staying super tight, super close, got the double unders. He's sucking him up so that he can't posture up and punch on him anymore.
Hats off to El Nene for surviving, and you know Kevin Molina was circling around maybe closer than we would have ever imagined to stop in that fight.
El Nene looking to improve his position. He's back to his feet, but he got a big knee on the way out, and that was on the chin.
Well, Gallo Negro's only fought in Peru, but you can see he's got the skills, although Mendez firing back. Nicely
done by El Nene. He's not one to be bullied.
We're going to see a lot of left-handers. Sweet left hand by Mendez gets through. Los Peruanos putting on a show here in Lima.
El Nene on the right. Gallo Negro on the left. These guys are swinging.
By the way, Borjas missed the cutoff weight, and bantamweight at 135 comes in at 139, so he's the heavier fighter, but Mendez fighting strong. All right, end of the first round here, and a lot to absorb there.
El Nene thought he was gonna get put away there in the beginning of the opening segment, but he did enough to survive. That was a great first round. He needs to make those adjustments and be careful with his guard, because Borjas is throwing every shot bad intentions, and he's looking for a knockout, looking for his 6th knockout. He's 5-0 with all 5 coming by KO. Here we'll see it again. Big straight right hand.
That's the start of the
fight.
Dropped
him right from the get-go. Picks up that kick and just blasts him. Sit down, he says. Here it is again. Sit down.
Sit down.
Oh, but El Nene coming back with his own punches. A big left hook. Again, 2 left hooks. That was beautiful.
You know what's crazy, Juliana? At the weigh-ins, these 2 guys came out and they were in their native gear. They had the wool ponchos on.
So cool.
They looked at each other and like they were long-lost brothers. Big smile, shook their hand. There's no pleasantries now.
Oh, they look like brothers inside La Jaula. Look like they got the same barber too. Nice tight fade up there.
Yeah, but it was the sweetest introduction. You thought, hey, great to see you. Wow, best of luck tomorrow. And then wham.
You know what I love is how they represent their heritage and their Hispanic pride. I love that they carry their roots with them. It's awesome.
That's what you can be respectful. You can be decent. You can be a gentleman, a caballero. But when it's time to fight, it's time to fight. We know, like, fight like a Mexican. We might have to coin one. Pelear como un peruano. Because these guys, and we saw with the Peruvian zombie, swinging for the fences.
El Nene in the southpaw position. He is not going to be deterred this fight. Nice head kick.
Oh, Mendez
that
looking
landed.
for the finish.
Woo! It's his time. It's payback, baby.
The O is going to go for Borjas unless he saves it quickly. He's getting beaten to a pulp, but he's surviving. Now he
rear
gets
naked
the back.
choke. Ooh, nice.
Rear naked, was there a tap?
Ooh, that's in. Tap.
Tap.
Yes.
Mendez from the jaws of defeat to the thrill of victory. Dale, peruano.
Look, he jumped the octagon. He jumped the jaula. He's over into
he's
his
still
family.
going. He's still going.
Nice.
He's on his way to Machu Picchu.
And that is the second win for Peru. Peru is on fire tonight.
What a moment for this kid.
Oh, I'm so happy for him. El Nene, way to make the adjustments.
We don't encourage fighters leaving the jaula or the cage, but you get your moment. And I think that's a moment we're going to see a lot on the highlight reels for Combate Americas.
I got to see this again. I cannot wait to see the replay on this.
That's got to be a good feeling. You give a guy their first defeat. And Gallo Negro Borjas was 5-0. All 5 of his fights were knockouts. And he was on his way to a 6th, and then it changed.
Well, and you can't let it deter you. He got sat down right on his keister. Yeah. Oh, I know that. I love that pride. El Nene got sat down right on his keister in the beginning segment of the first round, and he was not deterred by that. He made his opponent sit on his keister, had a little bit of payback there, and was able to make the adjustments in round 2 to get the knockout win. That was a beautiful thing.
He wants to give him some
Give
fluids.
him some water.
That's the sign for water, right?
Yeah, that's a water sign.
Right.
Nice head kick.
Wow.
Right
That
on the
did
button. It was like a baseball bat cracking him right on the chin. He was like out there. Boom. Dunzo. Yeah, he's on
his
stilts.
legs were
And
groggy.
a flurry of punches. Watch this rear naked choke. It's not even like all the way in, but the way that he has it with that short choke is just cutting his Adam's apple in half, and it hurts. That choke hurts. It's like slicing his throat. Wow. And it's a quick tap. Nicely done.
Wow. 2-0 in Combate Americas. He beat the fighter who came in overweight. He could have beat him with strikes. Instead, he went with the rear naked. It all worked. All right. Renzo Mendez, a name to remember. Gustavo Lopez, this is a guy that might be on your radar soon in the bantamweight division.
I know Gustavo's watching too. Did you hear him calling out Baloo, our matchmacher? He's like, Baloo, did you see that? You better give me another fight next month.
All right,
Damas y
let's go to
caballeros,
Jeremiah.
el referee se para esta guerra. El tiempo oficial, 4 minutos, 14 segundos, 4 minutes, 14 seconds. Su ganador por tapiar by way of tap out, ladies and gentlemen. Renzo El Nene Mendez.
All right, now we get underway our first quarter final. This is in the lightweight division, 155 pounds. Jose Luis Dos Lobos Verdugo, who comes in as the favorite against Lucas Corbage. Fighters are inside the jaula. Let us get the particulars with Jeremiah Gallegos.
Bonilla. Ladies and gentlemen, live tonight from Lima, Peru. At Manuel Bonilla Coliseum. Esto es Copa Combate. Presented to you by Combate Americas. Sponsored to you by Cricket Wireless. El patrocinador Cricket Wireless. Comenzamos esta noche los cuartos de final. Vuelta de 5 minutos en la división de peso ligero. Tonight, we start our night in the quarterfinals for 1 round in the lightweight division. The 3 judges tonight, los 3 jueces. Brent Koflish, Vinny Chappelle, and Hector Molina. And the referee tonight in charge of the action, el referee Blake Grice. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, presentando primero en la esquina azul. Presenting to you first in the blue corner. He steps into the ring, into the jaula tonight, weighing in at 155.6 pounds. Sube la báscula, pesando 155 libras. Él viene a la jaula con un récord, con his official record, 10 victories, 10 victorias y 8 derrotas, 8 defeats. Representing Hermosillo, Sonora, México, José Luis Dos Lobos Verdugo. And across the cage, in the red corner tonight, en la esquina roja, su rival. He weighed in at 153.5 pounds. Su peso oficial, 153.5 libras. In 10 bouts, his record consists with 10 bouts and 10 batallas. Ladies and gentlemen, sin derrotas, with no defeats, representando Sao Paulo, Brazil, el invicto, the undefeated, Lucas Lubera Corbage.
Blake Rice, third man in the jaula.
Gentlemen, you know the rules. I do expect a clean fight. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Let's back up. Good luck.
All right, to the tail of the tape, we go cara a cara, face to face. 2-inch height advantage for Verdugo, and the reach as well. He came in at 155.6, and Corbage came at 153.5. So conceding a few pounds there for the weigh-in. It is Verdugo who is a -145 favorite, so a slight favorite. Again, it is one round, 5 minutes long, in these quarterfinals of the 2019 Copa Combate. We're underway. It is Verdugo in white, nicknamed Dos Lobos, because Dos Lobos is better than one. This is what you got to figure out, Julian. How do you manage one round?
The tournament style format is crazy. You only have 5 minutes to get the job done. That rocked him.
Corbage with the right hand.
Corbage with big heavy punches going in for the double leg takedown. Almost got taken down himself there. Looking for that double. Incomplete. Jose is back on his feet, looking to hip out and face his opponent. And that's a lot of pressure if you're Corbage. You're 10-0. Oh, that spinning back elbow.
It's all impressive, adding to what the judges are seeing if it goes the distance.
Corbage back again on the double. And Jose is doing a good job of staying on his feet. Nice balance. Way to shove the head down. He's pushing that head down.
These two on the same side of the bracket of Humberto Bandenay and HUGO H. Prada. That's who they'll face in the semifinals. Verdugo, who has fought 3 times in Combate Americas, one in 2016, 2018, lost those fights. Then he beat ERICK Sanchez in August convincingly, and now looks to build from that, representing Mexico here.
Corbage has that single leg. He's not able to pull out the single, collapse it to a double. He's not able to pull out the single in general. He's trying. The referee's telling him, you got to go for it.
Wants some work, single leg still working. Corbage, who's done well here in the just under 2 minutes, but now face to face. Verdugo, who worked that leg of Sanchez, this time working the fists.
Now with only 5 minutes, ooh,
oh, that one snuck in.
You only got 5 minutes, and Corbage did so much work trying to take down Jose Verdugo, who's fresh as a flower. It can be kind of tiring, and you only got 5 minutes to get it done. You spent 2 of those minutes trying to take him down for your life. So
you got to go for it, but you've also got to pace yourself for the tournament, but you got to make sure you advance in the tournament.
Right. It's a slippery slope. Jose Verdugo stalking his opponent.
Corbage from Sao Paulo, but started his professional career in Buenos Aires, so happy to represent Argentina here, who do not have a fighter after Kolboski had to pull out because he didn't make weight.
Nice straight right hand for Corbage, but stalking his prey is Verdugo. Coming forward.
Gonna pick up the pace here, halfway through. Big roundhouse reverse kick. Finds the midsection of Corbage. Corbage coming in.
Nice slips from Jose Verdugo. Nice right hand, but it doesn't land. Ooh, that one's a little closer.
And closer still. Verdugo saying, I feel proud, I feel adrenaline to represent my flag. It's a big responsibility also, and that's what these fighters are saying. It's more than just fighting for yourself. Representing your country is a big deal. That's part of the Hispanic pride we enjoy here in the Copa Combate.
And Jose Verdugo was very confident in all of his interviews, saying that he believes that he can win this entire tournament. So,
oh, slap.
Beautiful head kick by Jose Verdugo. Dos lobos, two wolves.
He's finding his range.
He believes that he's got two wolves inside of him, one good, one bad.
Looking to howl if he could do it here, but a minute and change to go. Tough to call. It's going to be tough for the referees if it goes that direction.
Corbage needs to get going. He needs to start throwing punches. He's just slipping right now. He's not doing any damage. He's looking to the side. There you go.
He's been idle here. Now he pushes forward. Verdugo spreads those wings into the body.
Nicely done by Verdugo to go to the body, go up top, come in with the leg kicks. And I saw he was sitting his opponent down with just his leg kicks in one of his fights against Eric Sanchez. There's that leg kick again. He's got great leg kicks.
He's really good. He showed that against Eric Sanchez. That one comes upstairs.
Oh,
hits
right
again.
on the button.
And now he's unloading, looking very good.
Wow.
Big toss.
Nicely done. He said, get off of me.
He'll come down to you.
Oh no, this is not a good spot if you're Corbage, but he's back to his feet. Nicely done. Be careful.
Verdugo, now he's unloading time and time again. 20 seconds to go. Corbage has to do something.
Nice jab by Verdugo. Another jab again, and that
hurt him.
Dropped him.
And that knocked him down, and that one put him out.
A big 1-2. He's out.
Watches, he stops it, he beats the clock. The Wolf, ow, wins it to kick off Copa Combate before it goes to the refs.
Dos Lobos gets it done in the first round. He moves on in this tournament. And it was those jabs that stopped him. That first jab popped his head back, second jab rocked him, and then he came in with a straight 1-2 right down the clown's mouth, dropped him to his butt, and just finished with a flurry of punches. He was wrestling his ankles when the ref had to pull him off. That was an amazing finish by Jose Dos Lobos Verdugo.
Lucas Corbage, who came in 10-0, well, he suffers defeat for the first time. His legs still not with him as he walks to his corner, and Jose Luis Verdugo doing something real significant there, not having to go the full 5 minutes, taking it out of the referee's hands, and now being the first fighter can sit back and see how this tournament unfolds. First winner, I should say. Oh, class act, sharing the water.
Aww.
And look at the crowd, they loved it. Well done, Dos Lobos. This is a guy, he's been there, done that. 18 fights, but maybe fighting the best he has as a professional.
Straight 1-2 was the punch that sealed it for him, and then again with a right hook. Here it is, 1-2, drops to a knee, and he'll come again with the big right hook. Boom, right on the chin. 1-2, and right hook. Ugh. Fell right to his ankles.
One step closer. You need 3 wins. Verdugo's got 1 of them. Did say he wants a shot at Ghost Pepper. In order to do that, he'll have to win it again. And a big chant of Vamos Peru. And the crowd appreciates that.
Damas y caballeros, el referee separa esta batalla. El tiempo oficial, 4 minutos, 55 segundas. Ladies and gentlemen, your official time comes to you. 4 minutes, 55 seconds for your winner by technical knockout. Su ganador por técnico knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, el orgullo de Sonora, México, Jose Luis Dos Lobos Verdugo.
Erick Gonzalez, Ghost Pepper, who gave Rafa Garcia's the lightweight champ a run, but now he's gonna have to win 3 fights tonight to get a shot, plus 100 grand, plus the biggest trophy in combat sports. Let's go back inside La Jaula. Jeremiah Gallegos.
Señoras y señores, seguimos el torneo Copa Combate desde Lima, Perú. Presented by Cricket Wireless. We continue the action of the quarterfinals. 1 round, 5 minutes each. Este combate, 4 de los finales, una vuelta, 5 minutos en la división de peso ligero. In the lightweight division, the 3 judges, los 3 jueces, Blake Grice, Vinny Chappelle, and Brett Corbage, and the referee in charge, Hector Molina. Presentando primero en la esquina azul, representing in the blue corner tonight, his official weight, 155.2 pounds. Su peso oficial, 155.2 libras. His professional record, su récord profesional, is 5 victories, 5 victorias, 2 defeats, 2 derrotas. Y un empate, 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, representing España, YOEL, el Pitbull, Jimenez. Y su rival en la esquina roja, his rival in the red corner, he tipped the scales at 155.9 pounds, con un peso de 155.9 libras. His record consists of 10 victories. Tiene un récord de 10 victorias, sin derrotas, no defeats. Demos la bienvenida, ladies and gentlemen, from Torrance, California, en los Estados Unidos, el invicto, the undefeated ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez.
Hector Molina, third man inside the jaula for our second quarterfinal.
En todo momento y se protegen en todo momento. Cuando digo stop, dejen de pelear, pero no dejen de protegerse hasta que yo los separe. Bien, choquen guantes, suelta los dos.
Let us go to the tail of the tape. Cara a cara, face to face between these 2 fighters. It's America versus España. It is a 1-inch height advantage and a 3-inch reach advantage for Gonzalez, both coming just a tid above 155 pounds for this one.
24 years old, YOEL Pitbull Jimenez has been training Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu since he was 12. He's got 12 wins as an amateur, purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu, and that's quite the accolades for being only 24.
Eric Gonzalez actually 155.9 to come in. A guy who had to go through a qualifier to make the 2018 Copa for 145 pounds. As Jimenez comes in firing. He lost that to Alejandro Flores, had to sit and wait. Now he gets his chance inside the Copa, and although he has just found out in a quick way, he has a fight.
Nicely done, nice whizzer throw from Eric Gonzalez. Didn't quite get the takedown, still jockeying for position. Nice right, straight right from Jimenez to separate.
By the way, earlier tonight, Juliana demonstrated a whizzer throw on me, and it was very effective.
Yep. The whizzer is it's a good one. It's a little sometimes underused. I needed to use it more in my last fight, actually.
Well, I was bringing it up to you because so many people in the corner are always going, whizzer, whizzer, whizzer.
And Max thought they were saying wizard.
Wizard, where is Merlin?
Yeah.
I knew what they were saying.
I had to tell him, no, whizzer, Max.
It's Ghost Pepper in the black shorts. Again, 1 round, 5 minutes long.
I like the way Jimenez moves, El Pitbull. He's got great movement. He's the shorter party, but he's moving his shoulders and coming in with big, huge hooks like that. Woohoo! If that would have landed.
Big takedown.
Blast double for Eric Ghost Pepper Gonzalez, and I know Eric's got a great top game. Let's see if he can do some nice ground and pound here. This is his chance. This is his opportunity to posture up and let it rain.
3:30 to go. YOEL Jimenez from Tarragona in Spain, close to the Barcelona area. And lost his last fight, but prior to that, won 5 straight, so has had success inside the cage.
Yeah, he's a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu. Eric needs to be careful just to be squared up, make sure that he's not in any risk of getting submitted. His corner's asking him to put him up into the cage, that way he can use the cage to his benefit and just smash him up against the cage so that he can punch and rain down his nice heavy ground and pound. Opening of the guard, Jimenez looking for a triangle.
Oh, now Jimenez in some trouble. Get the hands out of the cage. Almost halfway through this round, and now Ghost Pepper finding his rhythm.
Ghost Pepper looking to pass the open guard of Jimenez, and he is almost there. but he needs to be careful. It's a hit or miss. When you smash your opponent up against the fence, you got to make sure that they don't use the fence against you to wall walk so that they can improve their position and get the sweep or get back to their feet. So ERICK needs to be very careful here.
Prior to the defeat to Rafa Garcia, he beat the Korean gangster in Combate Reinas in April. Then he beat Alejandro Martinez a month prior to that. Those 2 wins put him in position for a lightweight title.
That was a great fight.
It certainly was. And that was a much bigger opponent, although Ghost Pepper, the bigger man here. There he is, into the guard.
Jimenez rolling for a knee bar, but unsuccessful in his attempt. And Gonzalez, Ghost Pepper, ERICK, he has a chance to rein in some heavy ground and pound here. He doesn't have that much more time to work. Only a minute and over 30, some change. So he needs to get to work and do whatever it takes to move on to this next round.
One of the better nicknames in all of mixed martial arts, Ghost Pepper.
Next to the Farmer of Destruction.
Farmer of Destruction.
Love that nickname.
Now
Going
Jimenez.
again for rolling for a knee bar.
Some hammer punches.
And that, to me, it can be a it can be a great move if you want to improve your position to get the sweep, but it's not generally, you don't see it as a high percentage finish move in fights. So sometimes it's like, if you're gonna go for it, you better go for it and then get your sweep, improve your position. Otherwise, you're just gonna get punched while you're on your back. And you don't wanna be in this position in a fight. This is not a great spot to be.
Well, people felt that Gonzalez is the favorite here. Gonzalez felt that he's the favorite. He said, none of these guys are gonna get in my way. It's going to be an easy walk for me. Maybe a little harder than that as he is finding out in this first matchup, although he has become the dominant fighter with 45 seconds to go in this first and only round. Second quarterfinal.
Nice pass there, right into half guard and looking to improve, but nicely done by ERICK Gonzalez to sneak over that kneecap and get into half guard position. But, whoo, there's that purple belt jiu-jitsu you're seeing come into play for Pitbull Jimenez, getting his guard back. He did the right thing. Oh, but you don't want to be on your back, like I'm saying, with a big, huge guy like ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez. He's just going to posture up and let it rain. Whether you have your guard closed or open, he's just going to fire off.
He wants to get the win. 10 seconds to go. This one appears to be going the distance. Ghost Pepper feels he has to do a little bit more, and he has 5 seconds to do it. Gets that left hand in.
Nice left hook. Ooh, body lock.
That takedown will be after the bell. And now this goes to the judges. Little welt there on the right cheek of Jimenez. We've seen Spanish fighters start to progress. Danny Barez at flyweight. We saw him at Tito versus Alberto in McAllen, Texas. He has every right to put his hands in the air. It would appear that Ghost Pepper did a little too much the back end of that round. Crazy to have to do all of that in not only one round where you're used to 3, but in 5 minutes when you're used to 3 minutes. It goes against what your body is accustomed to, but these fighters are aware of that.
The most important thing is that, you know, for a tournament of this size, you need your fighters to be healthy to improve to the next round. And the way that they thought about that is, how can we keep these guys as healthy as possible so that they can continue to compete throughout this long night? And that means the first round is only 5 minutes. The second, if you move on to the semifinals, you're going 3 3-minute rounds and then 3 3-minute rounds. And shortening up those rounds and making it a 1-round, 5-minute fight is what we agreed would be the safest for the fighters, and I definitely think that that's the smarter choice. So it might not make sense to most people. It's not a regular, you know, MMA fight. It's a tournament-style fight, so you got to switch things up in this instance.
It's a Grand Prix. You saw some good work there from Jimenez, and if I was Ghost Pepper, I'd be nervous hearing the referee's decision. It's just the nature of the beast. Looks like he's got some fresh ink going on there. Looks like he put on some mass too here. As long as he can stays on the 155, he can put on as much weight as he possibly can. As we're ready for the official decision, we're going to go back inside the jaula to see who the second semifinalist is going to be.
Caballeros, después de una vuelta, vamos a la decisión de los jueces. Ladies and gentlemen, after one round, we now go to the decision of our judges. All 3 judges, los jueces lo tienen 10-9. Ladies and gentlemen, the scores have it read 10 of 9. 10 of 9 for your winner by unanimous decision y su ganador por decisión unánime. Ladies and gentlemen, From Torrance, California, el invicto ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez.
Made the flight after we saw him up in Los Angeles, down to Lima, Peru. Been here for the majority of the week. And he was making the money sign because he's hoping he'll get a bunch of them bills coming up. Sure, we're ready to go to the third quarter final. The favorite, according to the bookmakers, Humberto Bandenay, the Peruvian, fighting in front of his home crowd, taking on the Colombian HUGO H. Prada.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next Copa Combate quarterfinal attraction in the lightweight division. 1 minute, 1 round, 5 minutes. Presented to you by Combate Americas. Damas y caballeros, esta es la próxima atracción de cuartos de final de Copa Combate en la división peso ligero. Una vuelta, 5 minutos. Presented to you by, presentando por Cricket Wireless. The 3 judges tonight, los 3 jueces, Brett Koflesh, Vinny Chappell, Chappelle, and Hector Molina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, presentando primero en la esquina azul, presenting first in the blue corner. He weighed in at 156.6 pounds, con un peso de 156.6 libras. Entrando en la jaula con un record, he enters the jaula with a record 8 victories, 8 victorias y 3 derrotas, 3 defeats. Ladies and gentlemen, representando Bogotá, Colombia, HUGO H. Prada. And now, ladies and gentlemen, his rival tonight, su rival. He tipped the scales at 154 pounds. Sube la báscula a 154.4 libras. His record, su récord, 15 victorias, 15 victories, 7 defeats, 7 derrotas. Desde su casa esta noche, Lima, Perú, Humberto Bandenay. Y el referee, our referee tonight, Marcel Varela.
Marcel Varela, third inside the jaula.
Obey my commands at all time. Please, topen los guantes. Si quieren, buena suerte a todos.
All right, let's go to the tail of the tape. We go cara a cara, face to face. Humberto Bandenay, he is a heavy favorite, according to the bookmakers. Minus 385, came in at 154.4 pounds. Prada, 155.6. Colombia contra Peru for the second time tonight. Peru won the first time in our featured women's fight.
Peru versus Colombia. You are about to see it in action right now.
Bandenay, a massive lightweight, 6 foot 1 inch. Prada, 6 feet tall. So these are the 2 biggest guys in the field. By the way, happy holidays to everybody.
Happy
Want to say Merry
holidays.
Christmas, Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad, Prospero Año Nuevo to everyone out there.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa to all the folks tuning in for Combate Americas. Happy to have you
Holidays.
with us. Happy Festivus. Thank you,
Yes.
Armando, our producer. Very good.
Prada, yellow shorts.
How about, the reason I bring up the holidays, because Hugo Prada, that's my wife's favorite fighter already. He's got the 2 favorite brands, Hugo Boss and Prada, all in one.
Exactly.
But he doesn't sell shoes, he's a fighter.
And I noticed he is his opponent is standing in the southpaw position, but I see that he also is doing a good job of switching his stances, going from southpaw to orthodox.
Prada, the right-hander, but he is fluid here. Big kick by Bandenay. And he had experience with UFC, won his first UFC fight, unsuccessful in his last 3, although 2 went to the decision. He's just 25, Juliana.
He's a baby.
He's in diapers.
He's a baby. He's got that baby face too. He's an exciting fighter. We're happy to have picked him up, and he's very confident. He said in his interviews he's going to win the whole thing.
And a heavy favorite in this one. Again, minus 385. You're going to have to drop $385 to make a hundy. But it might be smart money as the fists start to fly. had his
Bandanai.
first professional fight, Bandanai, in the red shorts at the age of 19. The chant of Peru.
And it could just be because the fight's going and they're already past the second 2 minutes in the first round, but Prada swings big looping punches, I would say. Sorry.
History will be made at the end of this one round. Again, 1 round, 5 minutes. Peru and Colombia, neither country has won a Copa Combate fight. One will here. Unless something strange happens. Nothing that strange.
Prada needs to go. He needs to get on his, he needs to just shoot out of a cannon. Start throwing punches, get in his face. Don't let him pick you apart like that. Don't let him throw those leg kicks. You get right in there. There you go.
Marlon Gonzalez, who we saw at Combate Stockton, was the Peruvian representative last year, lost to Bullet Quintana. Prior to that, Kevin Moreira lost to John Castañeda. For Colombia, 2018, Alejandro Flores beat John Bedoya. The year prior, Mark Gomez of Spain beat Alejandro Abomojor.
Looping punches for Prada, and Bandanai nowhere to be found, throwing a array of leg kicks inside, outside, just trying to stop his opponent dead in his tracks, doing everything that he can to make his opponent stay away. He's doing a good job, and he's got great defense, nice and tight.
Sorry about that, Juliana.
That's okay.
Oh, thank you.
I mess up all the time. It's all good.
No, you don't. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, Max. Nice.
Bandanai.
The striking of Bandanai is very straight and precise. Very pinpoint striking. You can tell that his striking is just a little bit more advanced than Prada. Prada's swinging big, looping punches, and Bandanai is, you know, the closest point from A to B is in a straight line and not with the big looping punches. So Bandanai is definitely capitalizing on that.
As the crow flies, a piece of paper got stuck on the foot of Prada, but Humberto Bandanai, volume striking, and he is outclassing Prada in every category here with about a minute to go.
That can be such a distraction. Like, you're in a fist fight and then you're all of a sudden you're stuck to a piece of paper. What?
Yeah, that shouldn't be in there, but unfortunately it was.
Hey, this is MMA. Anything can happen. Big, huge looping punches again for Prada. He needs to straighten it out.
Big kick to that lead leg, which has got to be starting to swell for Prada.
Yeah, if you can see that lead leg, it's really red. You see that?
Yep.
There's some welting coming out on that lead leg of Prada.
Again, this is a war of attrition. First of 3 fights for whoever wins this. This is just the first step.
Straighten it out.
Bandanai, who has never fought in a tournament like this. Kicking.
Nicely done.
Working that leg.
Nicely done for Bandanai.
A beautiful fighter, Bandanai, as he comes in so many directions. There's the takedown.
Big double, got to be careful. That momentum almost got him swept, but he's on top. Only 10 seconds left. Gotta go.
He's got him locked in.
Ooh, brown belt in jiu-jitsu. You got to be careful. He doesn't suck something up real quick. Ooh,
that's a smart play by Bandanai. Just a clinical performance. Even the last few seconds, Juliana, and to get a little bit of rest on the ground to prepare for the semifinals. No doubt about it.
Great takedown. All you need is one, and that's what he did. He did enough to win, and that was perfect. He stole the round.
He took it. Will this be a magical night for Peru? Bandanai, one of 2 Peruvians in the tournament. The other we will be seeing here shortly in MILKO Tukto. The Peruvian flag. This country, such an important piece in all of South America. You know, many years ago in the 16th century, the Spanish used Lima as their home base before they expanded their empire for better or for worse. And Peru and Lima retains that history.
Let's check it out. Bandanai with the straight punches.
He was just on the receiving end of everything. Didn't know which direction was going to come. That's where the paper got stuck.
Nice double leg.
Beautiful.
Beautifully
takedown.
timed. Almost got reversed there.
Both legs in there.
And there's some welting. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He took some.
Can you imagine you're going on to the tournament, you're going to go fight somebody else, and you got all of somebody's footprints right on your rib cages?
Damas y
You probably have a better
caballeros,
idea of it than I
después
would.
una vuelta. Vamos a la decisión de los jueces. We now go to the judges' scorecard. Los tres jueces lo tienen 10-9. The judges have it 10-9. For your winner by unanimous decision y su ganador por decisión unánime, el orgullo de Lima, Perú, Humberto Bandenay.
Felicidades, Peru, your first ever Copa winner. But will it be followed with 2 more wins? You gotta like his chances, although that welting underneath that left arm, pretty significant. Bandanai is gonna get some ice, get ready for the semifinals, and he knows who he's going to fight. What do you make of that semifinal matchup? Verdugo versus Bandenay.
Nice little bracket there. Who's coming in the 4th spot for our semifinal spot?
To answer your question, Salvador Becerra and MILKO Tukto. USA versus Peru. USA, Peru, both 2 countries. MILKO Tukto was an alternate. He moved into the tournament when Kevin El Polaco Koldovski didn't make weight. Now we're ready for the 4th quarter final matchup. Let's go back to Jeremiah Gallegos.
Caballeros, esta es Copa Combate, el último de los 4 finales en la división de peso ligero. 5 minutos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Copa Combate, last of the quarterfinal in the lightweight division. The judges for this contest, los tres jueces, Brett Koflesh, Vinny Chappelle, and our referee in charge at the action, Blake Grice. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here we go for the introduction. Primero, en la esquina azul, in the blue corner, he weighed in at 156 pounds, con un peso 156 libras. He comes in with a record. Viene con un récord, 8 victories, 8 victorias, with 2 defeats con 2 derrotas. De los Estados Unidos, Modesto, California, Salvador Becerra Jr. And his rival in the red corner, y su rival en la esquina roja. This local warrior weighed in at 154.4 pounds. Este guerrero local, peso a 154.4 libras. His record, su récord, 4 victories, 4 victorias, 1 defeat, 1 derrota. De Lima, Perú, MILKO Tukto. Our referee in charge of the action, referee Blake Grimes.
All right, come on, guys. Gentlemen, you know the rules. I do expect a clean fight. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck.
Blake Grice, 3rd man inside the jaula. 4th semifinals to be determined here. Moments away, we see the tail of the tape. Gara and Salvador Becerra Jr. from Modesto, California is the favorite. 5'9", has a 1-inch height advantage and a significant 5-inch plus reach advantage over MILKO Tukto.
Becerra just fought at the tail end of November 2019. Is that enough time
That's a great
to
point.
turn around to fight in this tournament? And the guys maybe should have took the tape off of your feet before this, but
Blake
not
Grice
trying to
watching
judge.
it, ask you to.
He's like, I don't need tape. Screw it.
You mentioned Becerra fought a month ago. It went the distance in his victory over Ignacio Bahamondes,
I mean,
who is the alternate.
I don't even think it was a month ago. It was really like at the end of November.
It was, but he also was preparing for a different fighter.
True.
So there's a lot that he has to adjust to.
Ignacio Nacho Bahamondes is very tall, just like Becerra is, so definitely a different fighter.
MILKO Tukto, the 5th Peruvian. We were seeing it. It's been a great night for Peruvian fighters. You just saw Bandanai We saw a tremendous performance from Renzo Mendez, pardon me, who beat Kevin Borjas, both Peruvian, and we began the evening with our featured women's fight, and it was a Peruvian zombie getting the victory, Sandra Lavado.
Big heavy punches for Becerra trying to defend this takedown. Brown belt in jiu-jitsu, just 24 years old. Fighting against the 28-year-old from Lima, Peru, digging deep and hard for a double leg takedown, has the ankle.
Interesting.
What?
Coming in the back,
like
coming in the back door. No.
That was weird.
But he had his ankle, could have been. Here's something crazy about Tukto. He's 28. He has 5 professional fights. All of them have occurred in the year 2019.
Crazy.
He had 5 amateur fights in 2017 and 18.
There's that wizard again. Just kidding. The wizard, nicely done. Nicely done for Becerra, but he got taken down with that wizard. And now he's back to his feet. MILKO, Tattoo, Tukto, desperately trying to get him taken down. That's a big guy to take down, though.
Tukto 28, but he is a newbie to this sport, as we told you. Incredibly, his 6th fight in the year, and that's his entire professional career. That's something you never see.
Never. Body lock takedown for MILKO.
He's been good.
I love his name, MILKO.
MILKO, and his nickname, Tattoo.
Tattoo. Nice underhook for Becerra.
His fight team, Los Perros Sarnosos.
Ooh.
Here in Peru.
Yeah, that makes sense, because he's like a perro on a bone right now. Digging so deep for that takedown, and he finally gets it. MILKO just needs to change his position to land on top. Becerra is locking up a triangle. Ooh, and that's deep,
Oh,
deep, deep,
excellent,
deep.
and he positions it perfectly, and now Tukto, watch for that hand.
Brown belt in jiu-jitsu, I don't foresee this going any further than this submission right here.
Triangle.
That's a deep triangle, super deep. His arm is across his belly on the belt line. It's just a matter of time, in my opinion.
Just needed to wait a moment.
Tap.
There's the tap.
That's
nope.
what it looked
like a tap.
That looked like a tap. If I ever saw
Well,
it,
he'll give him another look at it.
I would have to see a different angle, but I thought he tapped.
Becerra, the heavy favorite. Now he's throwing punches. Becerra minus 286 coming in. 2 minutes to go. The Peruvian crowd trying to get in behind Tukto.
MILKO is doing a good job of keeping his elbow to the left side, and he's out!
He's out of it, and now he's got the high ground, and he's firing below.
Oh my gosh, what do you do if you're a judge here and it goes the distance? You only got less than 2 minutes to work.
Well, yeah, both these fighters have 2 minutes to take it out of the judge's hands. That is for sure.
Oh my gosh. Definitely a sense of urgency for MILKO Tukto, who's been trying to desperately take down Becerra. Suplex.
Oh, his arm's broke. The shoulder, the elbow is out.
Yuck.
The elbow popped right out, and that's the end of the fight. Becerra tried to brace it, and it was gruesome.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was nasty, Max. Woo!
A year that Tukto will not forget. Both Peruvians are through to the semifinals. Becerra, that big suplex where he put his arm out and the elbow popped out, and that's going to be a very uncomfortable ride back to the United States for Becerra, who is one of the young stars coming up, although that has been put to a stop at the hands of Tattoo.
Holy smokes, what a great night for Peru. They move on to the semifinals. Second Peruvian to move on to the semifinals. His arm is out of socket. Needs to get popped right back in. Dislocated his elbow on that suplex.
Certain things you don't want to see. Unfortunately, I got to see all of it, so if there's replay, we'll warn you, but it was
pretty graphic.
Pretty graphic and gnarly, but that is the risk you take. Becerra had it. He had that triangle, and then Tukto had the dominant fight earlier, and then he had that suplex. Becerra had to know he was going to get thrown.
Dude, I can tell you this. Here comes a suplex. He's just desperate to take him down.
Here it is. Look away if you don't want to see it. It's going to be that right arm of Becerra.
Does he post on his hand to try?
I told you, I tried.
Oh, I don't want to watch this again.
This is the nature of the why do you keep looking? Oh, you feel for Salvador Becerra, but he will be spending the night.
Let me tell you
in
something.
the hospital.
Let me tell
here
you
in
something,
Lima.
Max. When you're in
Damas y
oh, wait.
caballeros, el referee Blake Grice para esta batalla. El tiempo oficial 3 minutos 25 seconds 25 segundos. For your winner by technical knockout, su ganador por technical knockout, damas y caballeros, de Lima, Perú, MILKO, Tukto.
5-1 in all those fights in the 2019 calendar year. This, the most impressive, as his Combate debut. He will join countryman Humberto Bandenay in the semifinals. And next up for Tukto, Ghost Pepper. And Ghost Pepper probably got a report at the very least of what happened here. He's got to be ready, because right now Peru has got their eyes set on an all-Peruvian final. What a night that would be. And it's 2 results away. By the way, we move to the semifinals. It's now 3-minute rounds, 3 rounds in total. And our first semifinal, Jose Luis Dos Lobos Verdugo, Humberto Bandenay. You want to win here, and you want to do it quickly. As we get back inside the jaula, the fighters are there to Jeremiah Gallegos.
Esta es la semifinal de la Copa Combate en la división de peso ligero. 3 vueltas, 3 rounds in the semifinal. Los 3 jueces, the 3 judges are Brett Corbage, Vinny Chappelle, and Hector Molina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first in the blue corner, en la esquina azul. He tipped the scales at 154 pounds, 0.4 pounds. Sube la báscula a 154.4. His record, su récord, 16 victorias, 16 victories, 7 defeats, and 7 derrotas, 7 derrotas. Ladies and gentlemen, de Lima, Perú, Humberto Bandenay. Y su rival aquí en la esquina roja. Tonight, his opponent in the red corner. He weighed in at 155.6 pounds. Pesó 55.6 libras. Él viene a la báscula. And today he comes in with a record, his official record, su récord, 11 victorias, 11 victories, 8 derrotas, 8 defeats. Representando Sonora, México, Luis José Luis Dos Lobos Verdugo. Y el referee Marcel Varela.
Marcel Barrera, third inside the cage.
Right, gentlemen, we went over the rules. Protect yourself at all time. Obey my commands at all time. Toquen los guantes. Si quieren, buena suerte a los dos.
Bandanai has been staring people down from the beginning as we go to the tail of the tape. Gara, Akara, and these are 2 big lads. No one bigger than Bandanai, who's 6 foot 1 inch, although the reach advantage goes to Dos Lobos. Dos Lobos pushing it at 155.6, but making weight.
The one thing that jumps off the page for me, Max, is you got a 25-year-old versus the 35-year-old.
What does that tell you?
I don't know. Is 35 the new 25?
We've seen fighters go into their 40s. We saw Tito Ortiz looking great in his 40s. Randy Couture back in the day.
Definitely.
Roger Federer is kicking everyone's butt in tennis, and he's well into his 30s.
Ooh, Roger Federer. Nice big leg kick for Jose Verdugo.
Well, as we see these 2 fighters come in, this is round 1 of 3. Verdugo's fight went, it seemed like a little more challenging, but Bandanai had those welts.
Definitely. Look at the striking.
They're still there underneath his left arm.
Bandanai, southpaw, red shorts. Peru versus Mexico.
Keep in mind, alternate Ignacio Bahamondes is sitting there fresh. If one of these fighters win and can't go on, Bahamondes steps into the limelight.
Definitely. That would be great for us back home in Chicago, where he trains in my gym.
Peru, the chant. Bandanai, one of 2 Peruvians left in the tournament. Big head kick.
Bandanai with a gigantic head kick. That went through, too. Returning fire, Verdugo with the straight 2s. One to the head, one to the body. I like the way he mixes things up. He's always going leg kicks, head kicks, spinning back kicks. He's everywhere.
This tournament format is fantastic. So much action coming at you fast and furious. Another big kick into the midsection. Bandanai follows it up with that straight left. He's looking really good in this first round. He's looked great all night.
Yep.
Again, at that time at UFC, and you know, he was let go by UFC, but there was a lot of issues there. Did lose a couple late, but had visa problems. He was just a kid. Looks like he has made the adjustments and looks like a main event fighter these days.
How much do you think pride Bandanai has fighting here in his home crowd? He has home field advantage. He's the Peruvian fighter fighting in Lima, Peru. He's a former UFC fighter. He's got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. Yeah. Peru versus Mexico here. Combate giving him an opportunity to bring his fight life back into fruition.
Peru versus the United States in the other semifinal. If the Peruvian fighters both lose in the semifinals, it's already been a great day, Peru. Hispanic pride on display, Peruvian pride, Mexican pride, Hispanic American pride as well. Ghost Pepper will be taking the jaula here shortly, depending on how long this one goes. Bandanai.
These fights are going so quick too. There's not enough time for these guys to think about how they feel about the fact that they just got in a fight and now they got to go get in another fight. They don't have enough time to do it, and that's why I love this tournament style format. There's just no time for them to be, you know, thinking about, oh, I have this welt on my ribs. Nah, you got to suck it up and go on to the next one right now.
There's that question mark kick there by Dos Lobos.
Nice leg kicks. Way to shake things up, Bandanai.
End of the first round, and Rafa Garcia is here. He is watching this. He has to have his eyes wide open looking at Bandanai, who's going to be a much taller fighter if he is the guy who makes it to the finish line. Tournaments are hard work, but Combate America's making it worth these guys' while. One night, 100 grand, the trophy, and a world title shot at lightweight. The pacing changes here after that do it all in one round. Although Bandanai approached that like it was a one-round fight.
Definitely. He looked almost a lot more comfortable and crisp, like as if his first fight was just a warm-up. Verdugo, on the other hand, looks like he's sucking Wheaties. He looks tired.
Yeah, he was dominant in the quarterfinal, beating Lucas Corbage.
Yeah.
He is a step up in class here in the semifinal.
He's laughing. He's in good spirits, but he's breathing super heavy.
Bandanai, who said fighting in Peru is an incredible motivation.
That head kick snuck through, clipped him right on the face. Nicely done. If it was almost just 1 inch closer, it could have been the fight ender. Not being discouraged. Verdugo ready to go.
All right, round number 2 in this Copa Combate semifinal. Verdugo versus Bandanai. Both impressive in their first round. Bandanai's maintained that impressive quality here in his second fight, but a long way to go before we determine our first finalist.
Bandanai with the leg kicks inside, outside, beating up the lead leg of Verdugo. You can see the lead leg of Verdugo is just completely tomato red.
A little feint there by Bandanai, and then the real McCoy. Everything sounds and hits with conviction. Head kick by Verdugo. Important response from him. He has to show something here.
Bandanai being patient, looking for his openings, using those leg kicks to set up his hands. Nice slips. He's nowhere to be found when Verdugo throws.
Bandanai has been the locked-in fighter. Big kick again. Oh! And the right hand that looks like it's going to end this fight and get a Peruvian to the final.
Dang, that was impressive. Nice head kick to a straight left hand and a right hook. Holy smokes.
Listen to this place.
Holy smokes. Peru advances.
What a punch. He has been stalking opponents from the weigh-in yesterday. He has been locked in, obliterating his quarterfinal opponent, Hugo Prada. and then laying out Dos Lobos Verdugo here in the semi, and there is blood all over the nose of Verdugo.
I gotta see a replay. I'm pretty sure.
They're tending to his nose.
Is his nose broke? Is he okay?
We can't speculate, but if I was a betting man, I'd say it's a good chance.
Bandanai will not be denied in his hometown, home turf, home country. The Peruvian does it with a knockout in the second round. It was a beautiful finish.
What an amazing development to see this guy. We had been waiting to see him. There was word that this talented Peruvian fighter who has seen his career kind of go in a lot of directions, now focused, now a chance to fight in front of his public, and he has seized the moment, but he needs one more.
He's okay. Look, he's got back. Yeah, he's good. Nah, his nose not broken.
No, it's just
a little bloody.
Big smile by Verdugo.
Nice.
So youth wins the day.
Yeah.
35 is not the new 25. 25 is the new 25.
25 is the new 25. Hungry fighter is the new hungry fighter. Nicely done by Bandanai.
Fix his hair.
Yeah.
He's got those movie matinee idol looks as well. That's not my words. I just hear it through the grapevine from some people out there. It is what it is.
I don't know who said that.
Help sell some fights.
Yep.
Okay, grita Peru.
Yell Peru for your Peruvian fighter.
All right, let's get the official decision. We'll go inside the jaula. Well, let's check out the highlights here again. We're going to see that punch.
Oh my gosh, head kick. Oh, left hook and a right hand. Like, wow. Flurry of punches.
Everything connects. Everything connects.
Left hook right on the button, right hook right on the button. Beautiful striking. And that is something that I've noticed from his very first fight. His striking is just pinpoint, precise, right out of a cannon. Every shot, bad intentions. Just nice, beautiful, crisp striking. Nice.
Damas y caballeros, el referee separa esta batalla. El tiempo oficial, 1 minute 14 seconds, 1 minuto 14 segundos. Su ganador por technical knockout de Lima, Perú, Humberto Bandenay.
Keep that in mind, an early finish in the second round, and as we get ready for the second semi-final, which will feature ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez and MILKO Tukto, if that goes longer and they'll have a shorter wait for the final, the ball is certainly in Humberto Bandenay's court. All right, Juliana, here we go. Ghost Pepper, seasoned, a guy who said he's going to go through this tournament with some ease against Tukto, who sent Becerra Jr. to the hospital. He was the alternate, and now he's looking to ride that momentum, potentially to an all-Peruvian final.
Señoras y señores, este es Copa Combate, el último de los semifinales en la división de peso ligero. 3 vueltas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last semi-final in the Copa Combate. 3 rounds of the lightweight division. Introducing our judges at cage side, Brent Koflesh, Vinny Chappelle, and Hector Molina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you first, Primero, en la esquina azul. He tipped the scale at 155.9 pounds. Con un peso, 155.9. His record consists of 11 victories. Tiene un récord de 11 victorias, 4 derrotas, 4 defeats. Demos la bienvenida otra vez de Torrance, California, USA, ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez. Y su rival en la esquina roja. He officially weighed in at 154 pounds. Peso es 154.4 libras. His record, su récord, 5 victorias, 5 victories, 1 defeat, 1 derrota. Damas y caballeros, de Lima, Perú, MILKO Tukto. Y el referee, our referee is Blake Bryce.
Blake Grice, third man inside the jaula for our second semi-final here from Lima.
Gentlemen, you know the rules. I do expect a clean fight. Obey my commands. Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck to you both.
Oui.
As we go to the tail of the tape, cara a cara. So Peru never had a win in the Copa. Now they have 3, and Tukto's making it, looking to have 4. Both these guys are 5'8", but a 5-inch reach advantage for Ghost Pepper. Humberto Bandanai awaits the winner, and that will be the main event, the final of the 2019 Copa. Quick work would be the order of the day, but advancing is the key. Tukto in red takes the center of the jaula. Much longer rest for Ghost Pepper from the quarterfinals as well. But Tukto did not have to go very long in his fight. An alternate who moved to the main bracket after Kevin El Polaco Koldovsky, the Argentine, unable to make weight.
ERICK trying to get off the fence. Ghost Pepper looking for a switch. MILKO, Tukto had a short fight and didn't use a lot of strength, and he gets ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez down to the ground. USA versus Peru.
And it will be USA-Peru in the final, or it will be Peru versus Peru.
Oh,
Tukto.
a little too high. Is
Almost
he a little
crucifix.
too hungry? Nice. ERICK on top.
Patience.
And he needs to hold his
he's
position
he's
and
unloading.
do everything he can to win this fight. Looking for a single leg MILKO tattoo Tukto. He's about to get his back taken by ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez. Looking to suck up a crucifix.
Again, he's been working a crucifix for Tukto, and now it's Ghost Pepper's turn, firing down back of the head.
Those are big shots. He has his arm completely trapped. MILKO Tukto can't get his arm back. It's trapped in between the legs of ERICK Gonzalez. Nicely done.
And he can just fire away with those hammer shots.
Definitely. This is a perfect spot that he needs to be in. No rush from here. Absolutely no rush.
Look at Ghost Pepper, the dexterity, and now the triangle.
Again. MILKO Tukto, for the second time, finds himself deep in a triangle, but he's doing the right thing and keeping that left arm grounded onto the jaula mat. If it gets across the belt line of ERICK Gonzalez, he will be in trouble. ERICK Gonzalez, if he can go real fast, he could even switch it up and get the triangle, reverse triangle, if he switches his legs real quick. That might be a tighter shot, but it doesn't matter. He's got him locked up and he can let it rain.
Oh, squeezing it good now.
He's still alive. His corner's asking him to get that elbow across his belt line, but MILKO Tukto is doing a good job. He's savvy to the game, and he knows that if he puts that elbow across his belt line, he's done.
MILKO Tukto doesn't want 2019 to end, the best year of his professional career, his only year of his professional career.
How about that, to get stuck in a triangle twice in your fight? Can he get out? He's doing a good job of grounding himself. He's doing a good job of keeping his elbow closer to himself and closer to the mat. Oh.
The nickname Tatu comes from the origin of the armadillo, which is what Tatu means in Portuguese. As we're going to go to round number 2.
Saved by the bell. Well, at least we know that he can, you know.
He can weather a storm.
Exactly.
His head trainer, Hector Iberico, heavily taped. He must have just been in a fight himself.
I'm very curious.
Part of los perros sarnosos. Peruvian fighters putting on an incredible show, doing their country and their fight game wonders here in one night. One of these fighters looking to finish the job. Ghost Pepper, the only man in the path of a Peruvian final. Had a great round as he got that locked in. The beautiful footwork, the triangle, which just incapacitated that right arm of Tukto.
Tukto with the beautiful flare double leg. ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez was stuck there for a second, but was able to change his position, get on top, and remain on top until he sucked in that triangle. Wasn't able to finish it. We'll see what happens here. He's covering up.
Takedown attempt.
MILKO Tukto going back to the well for the double leg, but nice sprawl. Big, heavy sprawl, but gets the double. Nicely done for MILKO Tukto. And in my opinion, he's saying it's payback time. Looking to pass the guard of ERICK Gonzalez. ERICK Gonzalez is long, though. He does a great job of using his legs.
His legs are almost like a second pair of arms as he reached over the neck, but it's too tall of a hill to climb at this point.
Nicely done by ERICK Gonzalez. Wow, that was beautiful. Nice sweep. He's on top again. You're good here, bro. Just keep working. Finish your fight. Chip away at this guy.
Year one of the Copa Combate in the bantamweights at 135. Levi Marroquin victorious on Mexican soil. Mexican winner.
MILKO Tukto is reaching for that single leg on the opposite side. He's in trouble again. He's on top, but he's at a threat of a position here. I don't know if he has an arm bar or if he's going back for the triangle, but he's got to be careful. ERICK is long.
Gonzalez just one submission in his mixed martial arts career. His 10th, coming in 9 combate fights.
MILKO Tukto needs to square up 100%. He needs to square up with ERICK, posture up, look up at the lights. Nice. He improves his position, but ERICK is scrambly. MILKO Tukto needs to solidify his position and not get too hungry. He could fall off the top if he's too antsy. Ooh, but he does a good job of staying on.
He is such a smart fighter, Ghost Pepper. He knows exactly where to put his body to not feel further punishment or put himself in a position where there might be a submission, but now there might be one.
Let me see that. Let me get a better angle.
Nope, it's on the chin.
It's on the chin. ERICK, nice, he's out.
Juliana, win or lose, this MILKO Tukto is a name we're going to hear about in 2020. He is a fun fighter to watch. He's already put one fighter into the hospital, and now he is looking to do the unthinkable and reach the final.
He's just got a ginormous amount of strength.
Yeah, that's the strength as you see it.
Just brute
he's
strength.
Hard to budge.
And look at that arm. He's trapping that arm, ERICK Gonzalez. Looking to suck up another triangle. Oh, but MILKO's out. And MILKO presses ERICK up against La Jaula, but ERICK's back to his feet. Looking for the switch, looking for a big switch. He's got to go with it with everything. That back of that tricep needs to engage, and he gets it. Nicely done by ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez.
Hispanic pride, folks, whether it's Peruvian pride, whether it's Mexican-American pride, it has gone to a third round. 2 warriors in there. This is what Combate Americas is all about. I don't want to sound too cliche, but I will here. This is what the Copa Combate is all about. And surviving.
MILKO Tukto is showing some great promise in this fight. He has an opportunity to make these adjustments so that he can win this fight and go on to the final fight. But ERICK is not going to be denied. He literally is scrambling all over the place, taking good advice from his corner, Marcos Bonilla, and doing everything he can to make sure that he makes it into the final.
Lots of coaching here.
Look at his coach. He's slapping him in the face saying, wake up, boy.
Well, he was like that after round 1, and clearly his fighter listened to him because he was engaged.
Yeah.
And now the same thing for Ghost Pepper, Ian Harris and company from Fight Science MMA, the South Bay.
MILKO Tukto going for the rear naked choke. Almost had it. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, though. And ERICK Ghost Pepper slips right out, pops that elbow up, and sneaks out of that rear naked choke from MILKO Tukto.
All right, everything to fight for in this third round. Neither of these fighters wanted this to go to a third round. Humberto Bandanai in the locker room, probably smiling, saying, take it to a 4th round if you can. Oh, the lead leg taken out big time by Ghost Pepper.
Nicely done by MILKO. ERICK returns with his own leg kicks. Big heavy punches from ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez. Getting off the fence, using that whizzer. But MILKO is just strong.
Underhook got that right arm locked up nicely.
Has a rear naked choke type lock on his arm. I don't know exactly what he's thinking, but he's trying to defend this takedown, and he's doing a good job by keeping his base wide. But MILKO is just using his brute strength. Bleeding from the nose, MILKO Tukto.
Coming into this Copa Combate, MILKO Tukto, all his wins professionally coming via submission, so keep an eye on that if he can get Ghost Pepper in that position. But Ghost Pepper is the kind of guy, and we saw it against Rafa Garcia, he doesn't put himself in those positions.
Do you see the scrambling of ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez? He is a scramble fest machine in this fight. Everywhere he goes, he's got confidence as this fight continues to go on, especially in that second round. He looked at his guy and he says, I got this, just wait.
Where will one of these fighters find the reserves to come back out for the final?
ERICK Gonzalez unloading with some heavy shots.
Great footwork again by Gonzalez.
Taking the back. Oh, that's in. That's deep. It's over. It's over.
Oh, it's under the chin.
That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. Oh, come on.
Not.
You can't adjust on that.
Not.
You can't adjust on that.
Tukto surviving again.
Use your legs, ERICK. Engage your legs.
Tired. He's
engage your hamstrings. Engage your quads. Everything. Oh, my goodness.
Tatu, the armadillo.
Wow, look at the scrambling. MILKO Tatu. He can still win. He did a great job of getting out of all of the submissions that everybody's put him in thus far.
That's the tournament style. Normally, Ghost Pepper can squeeze that in, but it's so hard to do after a night like this.
He is leaking heavily from his face. MILKO Tukto cannot let all that blood deter him from winning this fight. He's got to go for broke here. You got to throw everything but the kitchen sink. And at this point, 100 grand's on the line.
Oh, no. Ghost
Throw the kitchen sink too.
One of these guys has to come out for another fight, folks. 20 seconds, it's gonna go the distance.
Look at that scrambling of ERICK Gonzalez. Oh, no!
Too much sweat.
These guys are like slippery pigs trying to wrangle a...
They are greased up now.
Yes. Sweaty, bloody, hungry.
Any kind of breath of fresh air if you can.
ERICK going for a double again. Time.
Going to the decision.
Oh,
wow.
My gosh.
Someone's going to earn $100,000. Someone's going to earn that trophy. Someone's going to earn a lightweight title fight against Rafa Garcia, who's got to be shaking his head, saying, wow.
Dude, you just had the fight of your life, and if you win that, you're like, now you got to go have another fight of your life in like 5 more minutes. That's crazy.
Practitioner of Luta Libre.
Orange belt in
is
Luta Libre.
MILKO Tukto, who has been so impressive. Really, one of the things we'll take away from this Copa Combate is the Peruvian fighter, and it's specifically Tukto, and so many other ones were so impressive. Obviously, Humberto Bandanai, who is waiting in the final for one of these two guys. Also, the incredible performance in other fights, RENZO Mendez, the Peruvian zombie, also impressive earlier tonight. But now we await the official decision. And then we wait to see if one of these fighters can make the opening bell. Ghost Pepper looks good now, but Julian, you go to the backstage and your body reacts in strange ways.
Right, sometimes your body does that fight or flight type of thing. It either wants to fight or it shuts down and says run for the hills. So I can't even imagine. And like I said, he just went 3 rounds and fought his heart out, and now he's got to go do it again, and like right now.
Woo! Big smile from Ghost Pepper, saying hi to those, and for those tuning in on our DAZN coverage in the Redondo Beach or Torrance, good evening to you, and hope you're enjoying all the action. The year's going to end here for Combate Americas. We can't wait for 2020 to roll around. This is incredible. Let's get the official decision. Find out who is going to make the final. Humberto Bandanai, who made quick work in his semifinal victory over Dos Lobos Verdugo. A different story here between Ghost Pepper and Tatu in the second semifinal. Blake Rice sharing that, saying, I can't believe you guys put yourself through this.
How you feeling? Good? Okay? Perfect. Good.
Perfect.
Perfect. That's the right answer.
That's good officiating.
Yes. He's like,
much respect. This could go. This is a close call, right?
It is.
It really. We saw so
That
many
was
ebbs
a
and
back
flows.
and forth.
All right, let's go
Damas y
inside.
caballeros,
Jeremiah.
después 3 vueltas, vamos el decision en decisión de los jueces. Juez A y juez B lo tiene 29-28 y juez C 30-27. Y su ganador por decisión unánime. Damas y caballeros, de los Estados Unidos, Torrance, California, ERICK Pepper Gonzalez.
Tournaments are crazy. So many weird things happen. But you know what?
What?
The odds said the most likely final was Humberto Bandenay and Ghost Pepper Gonzalez. And that's the final we are going to have. The left side of the bracket was pretty cut and dry. Bandanai was the best. Gonzalez was the best on the right side, but man, he had to sweat that semifinal out.
Being able not to make the Copa last year, it was a little hurtful, you know, because I dropped down a weight class that I never dropped to before. So, you know, being able to compete this year is going to be a great opportunity for me. Being able to have a possible rematch against Rafa, it's definitely in my hands. And I think that being able to have that opportunity again, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to destroy these guys in this Copa, and I'm going to make these guys look like scrubs, just like I have been doing to all these other guys this past year. This is the world, this is my life, this is my career, and this is my passion. I'm an all-around great fighter. You know, a lot of people underestimate my grappling too. People see me scramble, but they don't see me choke guys out. And I think that this Copa people will see what I'm really made of.
Sí, estoy emocionado de poder representar a Perú. Es la segunda vez que Combate viene acá a Lima, en donde me siento óptimo para poder llevarme esa copa. Siempre pasó por mi mente en algún momento estar en la jaula y hoy por hoy ya se cumplió, ¿no? De hecho, es la primera vez que voy a participar en un torneo así y a la vez es emocionante, ¿no? Es una adrenalina única saber que en un día hacer 3 peleas y eso es lo emocionante de este torneo, ¿no? Ya me he preparado con mi equipo y tenemos las estrategias adecuadas para cada rival. Para la primera ronda voy a salir un Humberto bien agresivo, bien decidido, metiendo presión y llevarme esa victoria, ¿no? Sé que solo son 5 minutos y los dos vamos a dejar todo en la jaula.
All right, here we go. 2 very confident fighters. It's the final, everybody. Let's go to Jeremiah.
Caballeros, bienvenidos a la gran final. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the grand final. Presentado por Cricket Wireless. This is Copa Combate 2019. We have 3 rounds in the lightweight division. 3 rounds en la división peso ligero. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the judges at cage side. Los 3 jueces, Frank Coldflesh, Vinny Chappelle, and Hector Molina. And now, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, here's Golden Time! Introducing to you first, in the blue corner, primero, en la esquina azul. He tipped the scales, weighing in at 154 pounds. Sube la báscula, 154.4. His record, su récord, 18 victories, 18 victorias, 7 defeats, 7 derrotas. Damas y caballeros, de Lima, Perú, Humberto Bandenay. Y su rival in the red corner. He tipped the scales at 155.9 pounds con un peso 155.9 libras. His record consists of 12 victories. Tiene un récord, 12 victorias, 4 derrotas, 4 defeats. Demos la bienvenida otra vez de los Estados Unidos. Ladies and gentlemen, from Torrance, California, USA, ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez. And our referee to give the final instructions, Blake Grice.
Blake Grice, third man inside for the final.
We're fighting under the unified rules. Elbows and knees are good now. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands. Let's fight. Back up.
Steely-eyed from both. This is an interesting tail of the tape. Cara a cara. Big height advantage by 5 inches for Bandanai, but the reach advantage by 3 goes to Ghost Pepper. Bandanai, the favorite coming into the tournament, has to be still there after what Ghost Pepper had to go through in the semifinals. This is it, folks. Everything to fight for. $100,000. The trophy, the biggest in combat sports. And a shot at Rafa Garcia for the lightweight championship.
ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez in the black shorts. He's fought in this tournament before. Last year, he came up short. He's used to this tournament style format, and I know that he wants his rematch against Rafa Garcia, so he's got a lot of pressure.
3 rounds, 3 minutes. As you heard Blake Grice, elbows and knees are in the mix now.
Ooh.
2 great fighters that have navigated their way to the final. Hispanic pride in all its glory here. The toughness, the never say die, the heart, pasión, garra.
Ooh.
Big hit from Bandanai.
Bandanai with the precision striking. And he's opening up ERICK, but ERICK comes back with a 1-2 and a knee and a head kick of his own.
Tit for tat. Around the left eye of Bandanai, it's starting to swell.
Bandanai again with the head kick.
This is amazing heart from these two.
It is, and then you gotta wonder if fighting first earlier in the night was an advantage for Bandanai. He has more time to recover.
Big left hand looping through. Whose name will be added to the list of Levi Marroquin and Bullet Quintana?
Little swelling underneath the left eye of Bandanai, but he's not discouraged. He's got pinpoint striking and he's able to use it.
Both these fighters have already logged a ton of minutes. Both have secured 2 more wins for their MMA career, both under the Combate banner.
You gotta take away his power from Bandanai.
What's Ghost Pepper think? He's looking to close the gap, and he's great on the ground, but he can't get there.
Ghost Pepper, he sees Bandanai coming forward, and he Philly shelves, and he tries to block, but he needs to just come forward. You can't let a guy like this with precision point striking tee off on you. You can't let him pick you apart. You got to go first. You got to be in this guy's face.
2 warriors, 2 verdadero guerreros. The striking starting to slow from Bandanai. Has to be leery of where Ghost Pepper wants to take it, and this is where he wants to go. Huge knee.
Big knee, pop the head right up of Bandanai.
Like a Pez.
Yes. Nicely done by ERICK Ghost Pepper Gonzalez in the black.
Ghost Pepper backs off. Ghost Pepper going through 3 grueling rounds in the semifinals. Bandanai finishing his fight early in the 2nd round.
Nice. Trying to defend the takedown, but he gets doubled into the mat. Bandanai looking to pass, looking to get his strikes in. We're going to a 2nd round.
Bandanai really good on the ground. 6 submissions in his mixed martial arts career. End of a pulsating opening round. How about this, folks? Copa Combate delivering again. What a night for those who have attended here in Lima and all those tuning in to our Combate Americas audience in South America, in Mexico, in Spanish on TUDN, and here on DAZN. Glad you could join in wrapping up your Friday night, early Saturday morning. A little early Christmas present, and a happy holidays to everyone who enjoys the fight game as much as we do. Hard to take coaching here after everything you've gone through on this evening, but he is locked in.
Listening to the advice of Marcus Bonilla, a former fighter of Combate Americas.
You know that is so close, $100,000, which you can change your life. It's everything that comes of it.
Yes. And both of these gentlemen said they were going to win. Both of them said that they had what it takes. And now it's going to the finals. It's all coming down to this. Nice knee for ERICK Gonzalez.
They were the cream of the crop.
That's right. And the cream shall rise.
Bandenay looking to finish in the second round. Ghost Pepper on his bicycle.
Nice. Stuck in a guillotine. ERICK Gonzalez needs to be careful. He pops his head out. Nicely done. Looking to get the takedown. ERICK Gonzalez says, I'm rushing you. We're not playing this game anymore. I'm going to do what I do best.
Look at the intensity of the crowd. These two fighters have their undivided attention here in Lima.
It's USA versus Lima, Peru here. This is for all the marbles, Max.
That's a big fact, Juliana, because Ghost Pepper has to feel it. He has got the road jersey. He is feeling the crowd pulling against him.
He's also been in this situation before. He's fought in the Copa Combate last year. He knows the dynamic. He knows what he has to do to win. Is he going to be able to do it?
Looking to get the underhooks.
Nicely
He's
done.
in there.
Swimming for the underhook. Keep walking to your underhook side, ERICK. Don't play the hoodookie with the knee.
Little leg sweep attempt. Now the knees inside the leg of Ghost Pepper.
Keep walking to your underhook side. Nice. Switch. You're off.
He's back in.
There's the strength of Bandanai, keeping ERICK pinned up against the jaula or cage. Jockeying for head position. Jockeying for cage control.
He's such an active fighter, Bandenay. The output is remarkable.
Nicely done. He's got a body lock. Get off the fence. Nice. Take him down. Oh. Do
Bandenay,
not get trapped.
The output's been remarkable. He has to be leading this because the work is there. Ghost Pepper looking exhausted, looking for a spot, but will that spot come? That's a big question.
It shows the strength of Bandanai and how much he's been able to recover. He fought first. He's had longer recovery time. ERICK Gonzalez, Ghost Pepper, he's exhausted. He just fought less than 5 minutes ago. I mean, the guy's been through wars from the moment that he stepped into the jaula tonight. That's right. Nicely done, ERICK.
Spin, looking for the dump.
Oh, nice. He pushes him. Stay on him, boy.
Ghost Pepper looking for something positive. The history of the Copa Combate, the home team has won every year. Mexico in 2017, United States 2018. As it stands, Peru closing in on a triumph in 2019.
Bandanai defending the takedown. Nice wide stance. ERICK has to pull the rug out from underneath him or else risk the referee.
Look at the body.
Separating you. Looking for the ankle pick. Oh, and those are heavy shots. Those are big shots from Bandanai.
Got to take some to give some. Can't get Bandanai. Remember, Bandanai 5 inches taller than Ghost Pepper.
Bandanai does a good job of getting off of the jaula, and now he pins ERICK up against the fence.
Blake Rice is going to stop it here.
That's round. That's round.
Yep, we didn't hear the bell, but it did occur. And the end of round 2, and you have to think Bandanai has won both of them.
Ooh.
Unbelievable stuff. This is it, the whole night. Everything, the 8 men.
Yeah,
the 8 fights. It's all coming down to this.
It is. I think Ghost Pepper's corner told him not to do that thing where you reach around their leg on the outside and just stop it with that.
Go after him.
You know what? Sometimes in the corner, it's really as simple as saying, you are in the thick of it. You're in a fist fight. Go get in that guy's face right now. I don't care what you have to do. Just go freaking get in his face and tear his throat off. I'm sorry if that sounds gruesome.
No, but I think that's a great point. Just lock in.
It's primal. Fighting is primal. It's not that complicated. It's a fist fight in a steel cage. Get after it.
That huge knee by Bandanai looked like it could break a normal man's jaw, but not Ghost Pepper. You've been in the corner, Juliana. When you hear that from have you had your corner say, look, this is it? And have you been able to react to that?
Yeah, sometimes all you hear is the very last thing that the corner says, and that very last thing is very crucial because that's the thing that you're going to try to go implement once the round starts again.
For all of us
Keep
normal people out there, imagine being exhausted. You're not going to hear everything. You decide what to hear. It's hard to hear in the thick of the action.
Oh, big leg
That's
kick.
good from Ghost Pepper.
Ghost Pepper is just
takes that
pulling himself up from the bootstraps here. He's had wars all night long.
Bandanai looks fresher, but that doesn't matter. Ghost Pepper is swinging for the fences. He listened to his corner.
God, did you see that left? What a granite chin for Bandanai. That was amazing. And Eric knows that he's got to go for broke here, and he's walking him down now. No respect. He's walking him down.
Yeah,
no
close
respect.
the gap.
Nice. That's what you got to do.
What an
yes.
amazing
Start
fighter.
throwing, Eric.
Here we go, folks.
Oh, and he's still on his feet. That is not a takedown. Nicely done by Eric to keep his balance. He's got the body lock. Take him down.
There are very few tougher in any promotion than Ghost Pepper, Erick Gonzalez. Up against the wall, drops that elbow, almost catching Bandanai.
Yes.
Chases.
Oh,
Oh
no.
boy, lower the chin.
He loves it.
Vamos.
He loves it. No respect.
An instant classic here for Combate Americas. One of the best fights we have ever seen. And that is not hyperbole. An amazing effort when you know what these two fighters have gone through tonight.
Both of these guys is exhausted, jockeying for position, up against the cage. Knees trying to stay busy. Eric going limp, trying to get out of there. But nicely done by Bandanai to keep him stuck like a duck. He can't get off the fence. He can't get an underhook.
Ghost Pepper may have done enough to win this round as we get a minute remaining. Remember, just the 3 minutes here, but will winning the third round be enough? Hard to say it would be the case the way Bandanai has looked in this fight.
Bandanai is keeping Eric stuck. He can't get an underhook, but he finally wiggles in enough room to get an underhook. Nicely done. There's only a little over 30 seconds here.
30 seconds for $100,000.
Back to the jaula.
Oh,
Eric,
look at Ghost Pepper going for the knockout.
Bandanai
A fever pitch inside the jaula.
taking
Bandanai.
it back. There's not a lot of time.
20 seconds.
Backwards elbows.
Ghost Pepper not budging, he turns.
Nicely done by Eric, facing his opponent. Staying up on his feet. Looking for an underhook, looking
10
to get off the fence.
seconds. Last stop on the highway for both these fighters. Ghost Pepper desperate, but he's run out of time, and he knows it. Bandanai's arms in the air. It's not official, but it looks like the Copa's gonna stay in Lima. What a fight. Best fight I have seen, best fight I have called here in Combate Americas. Not just because of what these guys did, but what they have gone through. Unbelievable. Whoever wins this Copa, they have earned it, and then some.
Dude, I'm stressed out.
You feel for somebody who's going to fall short. It looks like it's Ghost Pepper. We'll wait for the official decision.
I don't
but
know.
to come that close and lose is heartbreaking. But that is what the nature of the beast is here.
Listen, I don't envy these judges at all. They have a really tough decision to make. Erick Gonzalez Ghost Pepper fought his heart out, and I mean, I would be disappointed if he didn't get the nod.
Ghost Pepper.
Yeah.
He feels, his body language says he didn't get the nod. He's
Well,
frustrated.
I mean-
but I would say you've got to stick around for what happens with the referees.
Who's gonna get the Christmas present of 100 G's and a title fight?
And let me say, whoever gets it, that title fight is going to be the biggest date in 2020. Rafa Garcia, the best fighter in Combate Americas. Top 10 lightweight in the world, 11-0, and one of these guys will get that shot. That is a fight and a half. But who?
Who will it be? Can't wait to hear these judges' scorecards.
And here comes Jeremiah Gallegos. By the way, Campbell McLaren, who joined us, he is doing ambassador work for Combate Americas. I know he is locked in as much as we are. What a way to wrap up an unforgettable 2019. The decisions are coming through. There's a lot of communication, so we'll be with you.
Eric is taking off his gloves, and that's a strange thing to do. Bandanai, what a great fighter. Great striking.
Balu Vargas, our matchmaker, with a very earnest congratulations and job well done. He feels like he's won it. but stranger things have happened.
I mean, he feels like he won it right after he shook the hands of Baloo, so he's like, did he tell him something? Did we miss that? Who wins?
No, that wouldn't have happened. He just felt he was very confident from the jump. We're going to find out. The check is in the jaula. And we'll know a lot more about how the next year will map out here shortly.
Both of these fighters just warriors.
All right.
Damas y caballeros,
Here we go.
un aplauso, por favor. Después 3 asaltos, vamos a la decisión de los jueces. Juez A, B en C tiene el marcador 29-28. Y su ganador por decisión unánime, damas y caballeros, representando Lima, Perú, Humberto Bandenay.
We relived an incredible fight. Humberto Bandenay is your 2019 Copa Combate winner. $100,000, the biggest trophy in combat sports, and a shot at Rafa Garcia. And he looks like he can go even more. I'm sure that may just be a mirage. An incredible evening, and the home team wins again.
El campeón, Rafa Garcia.
And Rafa Garcia now will enter the jaula. I cannot wait for this fight. Juliana, he was the most impressive fighter of the night. Ghost Pepper was remarkable, but this guy from the beginning, as he shakes hands with Rafa Garcia, and we will wait with Campbell McLaren to when we get notification that this fight is on.
This is crazy. He's now in the cage looking at the eyes of his next opponent, and it's like, what more do you guys want? This guy just fought 3 people tonight. Now he's gonna go face the champion. He just won $100,000. He changed his life. This is some exciting stuff. This is history in the making. I can't believe it. He is amazing.
We know Combate Americas has come a long way, because after the Copa of 2018, we didn't have a championship at 145 pounds. At featherweight, we do have a lightweight champ, and we have the best fighter in the promotion and undefeated Rafa Garcia. And now at 2020, we know we have the date in Puerto Rico in January, February, March.
We got 2 shows in February.
We don't know exactly when. Maybe this waits for a while. I mean, Bandanai might need 6 months after that.
I say let it stew, let the pot thicken. The guy, you know, I mean, it's never enough, is it? They're like, throw him back in there in a month, you know. No, give the guy some time. He just fought.
We're just excited. We want to see it.
He just fought 3 times in one night. He made history. He's the Copa Combate Cup winner for the 3rd anniversary. He did it. He made it happen.
Maybe it'll be in Mexicali. If you've ever seen Rafa Garcia fight there, that is a spectacle. Maybe it's in Lima, Peru. We know Lima, Peru is a great place. We'll find out very soon. What a year, folks. On behalf of Campbell McLaren and everyone who makes Combate Americas. Armando, our producer, has been fantastic. Art Izquierdo, we're thinking about you, my friend.
Get well soon.
Juliana Peña, we can't wait for 2020. We will see you. We'll be on Access TV for a blockbuster schedule. Again, Humberto Bandenay, your 2019 Copa Combate victor. Good night, everybody. Buenas noches, Plácido Domingo.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.